So I'm back today talking to you from Aarhus, Denmark, from Den Gamle, and I had a chance to go into the museum's only temporary exhibition space, and I was pretty curious to see this. They featured a set of photographs of the rock photographer Jørgen Angel, and he worked during the 60s and the 80s, and as you first enter the space and look at his work, you have the sense that it's going to be a typical photographic exhibition. And indeed, you do see those photographs as you walk through the place, and you get at least one or maybe two video interviews with the photographer talking about the era. But for me, what was somewhat surprising was you walk through these curtains, and they had a reconstruction of a 1970s chic pad that featured everything from record players and, of course, the records that were iconic for this era of music in the 70s. And they have all the furniture and the decor and even a shag rug there to go with it. And what I liked about this was that it did two things. It allowed the museum to have a temporary space, and I think that's certainly important for a museum like this, because you don't want to be typecast maybe as only doing the historical reconstruction deal and not having anything modern. And as I mentioned, another feature about the 70s, they're certainly doing their very best, I think, here to modernize the offerings to the guest. But what I liked about the second aspect of the temporary space was the fact that they actually themed a very small space, this little 1970s pad, in such a way that it reflected the era and it gave the guests a sense of how things were. And the fact that then they were connecting the photographs of Jørgen Angel to the exhibition space with this temporary space, I thought was rather unique. So an interesting day here in Aarhus, Denmark.